Hello there, my fellow Crusaders. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Crusader Kings III, Rise of the Die, Episode 5, The Art of War. So it does look like we're going to do a feast, and there's going to be some dialogue and choices doing this. So let's host a feast. So I lose a little bit of stress. That will bring my stress down to 0. It may increase my vassals' opinions of me, and it costs 50 gold. And it might cost even more money if I have to buy wine or something. We'll see. But hey, the die is growing. A cheery gathering. So the feast begins. So Amdo, how are you losing against Nagku? Nagku is just so weak, but you're getting whooped. Nice. Good job, you reclusive stunner. I'm proud of you. The more that Amdo gets their butt kicked, the better it is for me. Because as long as they get their butts kicked... Oh, wow. Amdo and Konyi are really militarily depleted right now. Meaning that they would have to fully rely upon his alliance with a distant foreign power. These guys. So when my troops recover... it might be a good time to attack Amdo. Just sort of thinking ahead here. Because I've never seen Amdo and his ally Konyi as weak as they currently are. But it's going to take a few months for my troops to really bounce back. My men-at-arms have bounced back, but not the levies. And I do have incredibly good champions now. My 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 of my 7 champions have a prowess of above 10, which is above average. Okay, feast, the right one for the job. My dear wife, Lakshman, has been working hard to ensure that everything about the feast goes smoothly, the food arrives on time, the guests are all seated in the right place, and everyone seems content. With Lakshman beside me at the great table, everything is ready. I squeeze her hand and smile at her before rising to announce the start of the celebrations. So I gain household efforts, all of my vassals like me more, all my courtiers and guests like me more, which is really good because I have a bunch of courtiers that don't like me at the moment, and I lose some stress. So now my stress is 0. I am not stressed. I'll take it. I am definitely paying attention eagerly to these wars right now. He's a reckless attacker. And dude, you might be 58, but it is working. Another thing I should do is the next raffle, right? Because I have a Seba, so yeah, I'm going to open up the raffle again so that if I have another kid or if there's someone new to be named, it's already predetermined. So, raffle timer is up. Feast, the conversation partner. As one plate of food is replaced by the next, my marshal, Hong Yi, goes on and on about lawmaking. And that's how we salvage that mess. Are you sure I am not boring you, my lord? So either A, I can have him go on in the conversation and I gain some learning and diplomacy for 10 years for having an interesting conversation, or I can form a friendship with him instead. So here's the choice. I gain diplomacy and learning, or I become friends with Hong Ji. And he is my marshal. So here is the council. I have been trying to sway him. I have an actual active sway against him. He is a little bit... I forcibly recruited him, and I forcibly converted him. So those penalties are going to be decreasing over time, but over a long course of time. It doesn't happen overnight. Another thing that I could do... No, I'm educating my own children. Is if I have another child, I could have him educate them as a martial expert. That's another potential solution. it looks like you guys want me to chat. So another thing that I wanted to pull after this feast is done. Oh, speaking of the raffle timer, Lakshman just got pregnant. Is should I start to try to convert the new territories? So this territory here is not of my culture or my religion. But what if I did that? What I would do is I would be lowering my taxes, and I would be lowering my piety gain per month. So there is a cost involved, but I'm not going to pull for that until the feast is over because I know there's going to be other things for me to pull for. But Chindu here is not of my culture completely and not of my religion completely. It has a different faith. It has a different culture. So I'll be pulling for that soon. As my guests depart. So, with everyone headed to their respective homes, I'm proud to say that the feast was a success. I have my wife to thank. And as a result, I gain more than twice the amount of prestige that I currently hold, and everybody that was at the feast has a increased opinion of me, which is going to be really useful for, as you can see, everybody likes me more. Everybody here likes me more. Here, I can even show you the steward. They're all happy with that. All right. Should I try to convert convert Chindu? Yes, culture. Yes, religion. Yes, both. Neither. All right, here's that poll. There it is for you. So if you're wondering, it will take 23 years to convert religion and 8 years to convert culture. So it is a long-term investment. The reason it's actually shorter than that is Chindu is only partial. If we take a look at the religion map, it's a blended religion right now. And if we take a look at the culture map, it's a blended culture. Normally, sometimes converting cultures can take like 130 years. So the fact that it is not as long as it normally is pretty good. And it is telling me that the decision to invite champions is available, but I'm not going to do it because I have really good champions at the moment. I don't need new ones. 21. Oh, because Godin is back. Right. 21, 18, 15, 14, 13, 8. It's like, yeah, I don't need champions. We're good. That's some pretty tough as nails dudes already. Dude, Nanku is whooping. Amdo is just been slain. All right, raffle is going to Kanata. So Kanata, just let me know what you want. Next person to be named can be named after you or whatever else. All right, so let's go ahead and say, quit notifying me because I don't want to constantly be notified of that. My levies, oh, they're still not really recovered. I could go to war early, but it's probably best for me to wait. Well, I'm growing. So what am I up to now? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm up to more than twice the size that I previously was. It's not bad. And Sog is almost under full control. And then I'll turn my attentions up to Kumalab and to Chindu. Chindu is right now just completely out of control because I just conquered it. All right, yes, both. May the conversions begin. So, convert faith, 23 years, and promote culture, 8 years. And that does mean that I'm going to be bringing in fewer taxes and my piety is not going to be going up as fast. Totally fine. The other thing I could do is I do have a little bit of extra money, so I could employ a seneschal, which will add to my my control gain. So you don't like me much, but I'm going to appoint you for extra control per month. I don't need a court gesture or bodyguards yet. I don't want to pay for that. I don't need an antiquarian yet. Don't want to pay for that. All right, so my control gain per month goes up a little bit. Actually, pretty significant amount from that seneschal hire. But my taxes go down because I have to pay her monthly. Question. Should I consider attacking Amdo or Konyi while they're weak? Yes or no? The alternative is paying attention and attacking someone like Nagormo or Tsonggongpo or Madoy or something else. So if we take a look at the kingdom here, we have, in this kingdom, we have Amdo, Nagormo, Tsonggongpo, and the northern little... Oh, no, he lost territory, I think. No, he didn't. I was looking at the map wrong. Actually, no, he was totally absorbed. Oh, that's going to be hard. So the empire, the kingdom that was here got totally absorbed by Gi up north. This dude now is a vassal of the kingdom of Gi, where previously he was his own petty king. So, a little bit harder to take those territories because these guys, actually, they're not that much stronger than me. New temples established. Nice. So in Chindu, my religious leader just established religious structures, meaning that temples are cheaper to build. Not to say that I'm going to build one, because I can't. But at least he's adding modifiers. It's not a useful modifier, but it's, whatever. Neighbor ruler 1. So... that's Naggu won against Konyi. So Konyi just lost. Naggu just won. And Amdo is now focusing on fighting back against Konyi. So Amdo, if I did consider going to war, he has some big allies to call in. But likely his biggest ally, which doubles his strength, is far away and would not arrive in a meaningful amount of time if I had a very targeted attack on him. So the current priority here is recover forces. Just waiting for my levies to fill back up. But maybe not all the way, if I have to spring on it. So if I attacked Amdo here, I could take this county would be a good one because it's completely surrounded by Amdo, meaning that I don't have a new neighbor that I have to deal with. Whereas if I took like this one, then all of a sudden I'm bordering Konyi again, right? So if we take a look at the map here, I don't necessarily want to border someone new. I don't want to have a new border with Nagormo that I have to deal with, or a new border with Konyi that I have to deal with. So taking the heart of their of their territory would be kind of nice. Where is their capital? Anyway. It's down here. So I could also take their capital. That would be another choice. Because it might be better developed than the other areas. Alright. What county to take from Amdo? The capital? The center territory? Or actually, I'll type them out. So we also have Yen Shipin. So Yen Shipin here is not bordering anything new. Or Chimarho, again, same reason. It borders our territory, but doesn't border anything new. Or we could consider Nanyang Ningrong. So let me look at the duchy maps. In terms of duchies, they make no difference. The Amdo duchy all of what I've just typed out is all part of the Amdo Duchy, so that doesn't make any difference either. So Niangrong. Niangrong doesn't open up a new border to me because I already border Nangku, so it doesn't really matter. So I could take the capital of Amdo, Yen Shinpin, Shipin, Niangrong, or Chumarho. There was other ones that are other options, but I just didn't write them out because they're not strategically better in any way, as far as I could tell. Their capital obviously has the most money, but it might be the hardest to keep because it does border Konyi. And then in terms of the other capitals, this has a development of 3. The other territories have a development of 2, 2, and 1. Chumarho is the least developed, but also maybe the least contested. And 1 more minute to vote on that. Development, again, doesn't really matter to me because I'm tribal. So development for someone who's tribal is just the supply limit of essentially how many troops can march through without starving. For feudals, development matters a lot more, but development is not a significant factor for a tribal government. All right, I'm going to tell my spy master to start working to disrupt enemy schemes. I am painting, because I'm growing pretty significantly, I'm painting a considerable target on my back. So I want him to try to protect me from, like, undermining or assassination attempts or anything like that at this point. And I still do want my chancellor working on foreign affairs for the prestige gain. I think that's going to be really important. Also, I would love for my truce with Madoi to go away so that I could declare war on Madoi. Same with Nangquen. But I just have to wait on those because I'm still in forced treaties with both. Or truces, I should say. So it looks like Chumarho is going to be it. And my son is going to be named Kano. I'm going to pause for just a second. I'm going to run another giveaway for the next potential kid to be born. So congratulations. And then Kano, let's take a look at you. So you are also genius. Man, 3 of my 4 kids are genius, and just so happens that my heir is not a genius. Seems cruel. It seems a little cruel. Well, that's all right. So you, I'm going to tell you to be a learning expert. That's going to be your focus. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to build up a really good council for the next generation. So I have 2 marshals. I have a steward, and he is going to be for learning. So that maybe he'll be my religious leader or something. So in terms of your education, let's see. Is the Purrit the best person for learning? No, my champion is. So guess what? My champion educates my child. If my champion is better than my Purrit, I might... No, I mean, what is his... 8? Okay, should we make Tong the religious leader? He's 58, so he's a little old, but he does have 1 more learning over my current one, and my current one has continually preached garbage and gotten me into trouble and lost my some piety. So I'll give you 2.5 minutes to vote on that. She's 46, he's 58. And then his other traits, he is arbitrary, forgiving, paranoid, whole of body. So he might live a while because he's whole of body. That is a lifestyle trait where you live a long time. And he's an aspiring blade master, which also gives him a health bonus. So even though he's old, he might live a while, especially if we take him off the front lines as a champion and put him in as a religious leader. That, and he's tutoring my son. And he... Oh, so, I would be delighted if your daughter Vidub would visit my court in Sog to meet her peers. Yeah, of course. I don't think my son is going to abduct my daughter, his sister. That's a no-brainer, of course. And you guys wanted me to declare war on on Amdo, and I will do that in just a moment. And it looks like we're going to be switching up my religious leader. I'm just going to call that one early because the yays vastly outweighed the nays. So, sorry, whatever your name is, Pansitsamed, your preaching of nonsense continually has got you fired. Cool. It doesn't really change the time to convert, however, like maybe sliced off a year off of it, so it's not pretty significant. Amdo. Let's attack Chamarho. Alright. I'm gonna raise my armies at the border. Let's go. War with Amdo. So I see their army here. I suffer casualties if I go in there. What if I go around? Alright. I would like to attack their capital first for the loot, the money. And then I'll start to go after Chamarho. Or Chumaro, whatever it's called. So, yes. The ally he has way up here did just join. Whether he shows up or not, I have no idea. Worst case scenario, I could go into debt hiring mercenaries. If I saved up a little bit more money. Oh, there's casualties if I go in there as well. So let's go ahead and just try to take the... Let's take the territory and try to make this as short of a war as possible. Because he just called in big backup. Child returned. Yep, because why would they have no reason to be rivals. Sometimes they are like captured and kept as political prisoners, but it's like my child and my other child. All right, so the next giveaway goes to GMT. Congrats. And the trading post just got built. So that will help pay for troops. Here we are, sacking tomorrow. And then I'll probably march to their capital for... Oh, no loot. Okay, so there's no point. It has recently been pillaged. So maybe Genshipin or... actually just north to Hoha Seko. They've got some loot. Interesting. What I'm hoping is that Nagormo's war with, where he's losing badly, me attacking Amdo might give Nagormo time to regroup and fight. Because as far as I could tell, there's no northern army coming down from Kent. His troops haven't shown up, even though he was called to war. It takes a while to show up. And a lifestyle perk. Soldiers of less fortune. So mercenary higher costs have dropped. So again, if I need backup and I need to hire mercenaries, I can't afford them quite yet. Actually, I can afford these guys. So that's 700 troops that I wouldn't otherwise have. So worst case scenario, I can hire mercenaries. It would be detrimental to my budget, but oh well. A well of insight. I understand that you are interested in deepening your grasp on warfare. Kitsi blushes as he approaches me. I might be able to help you see the battlefield in new ways. Kitsi is well known for his mastery of river crossings and landings. If there was one to help me understand it, it would be him. So either A, I want to learn, and Kitsi becomes my mentor, and he'll be able to teach me his forder skill, or I'll leave it to my generals and I get no bonus. Maybe someone else becomes my mentor. Or maybe I'm never offered another mentorship. My relationship with Kitsi is 62, so it's pretty good. He has killed people in battle, significant people, people that were important. He does have 17 prowess, and he does indeed have the forger skill, crossing rivers and straits without advantage penalties. And it looks like you guys are overall million. Yes. So, my champion and mentor. And now my relationship with him is quite high. In fact, it's high enough that I could offer him perhaps a bodyguard position. At the moment, I probably want to save my money in case I have to hire mercenaries, but it wouldn't be a terrible idea, given my relationship with him and our friendship, for me to either hire him as a personal champion. He would be probably a good candidate as a personal champion, or as a bodyguard. So here he is, average aptitude as a bodyguard. So that's something to consider when I have a little bit more money to spend. I think I'm actually going to hire Hong Yi as my personal champion. Right. What is your 14? 21. I might take one just because of the prestige bonus that it gives. So, Godin, you are my champion. So if I have duels, I can have him do the duels. It does give me prestige per month, which is kind of nice and useful. And I don't care to be a dreadful leader, so I don't really care about the dread loss, because I was never building up my dread in the first place. So he is currently at a war with his neighbor. Kentar Lao is currently at war with his next door neighbor. So I don't think he's coming. He also looks a little beleaguered. He looks a little old. A changing mind. Oh, so here's Queerzilla, my son. And there's going to be a choice here. So I'll type these up. Queerzilla has been asking me for a pet rabbit for a long time. And I told him I would get one for him in 3 months if he displayed more focus in his studies. He simply waved my offer away, saying he did not really care about that anymore. So I can either, option A, allow him to become fickle. It gives him higher diplomacy, higher intrigue, and makes it harder for him to have hostile schemes against him, keeping in mind that he is my heir. Or I could take some stress onto myself and make sure that he becomes content instead, increasing his learning, reducing his stress loss, and the opinion of liege, vassals, and content characters goes up, but he loses a little bit of intrigue, or alternatively, that he becomes trusting. So there are 3 choices here: fickle, content, or trusting. Trusting is diplomacy up, intrigue down, but schemes against him are easier. He is my heir, son of my dynasty, a powerful vassal, and I have hooks against him. So, it looks like he must focus on the boons he already possesses is going to be... And I'm not too concerned about the stress. I'm not stressed out right now. Right now my stress is 0 out of 300, so not a big deal for me to take a little stress to be able to shape his mind. So that's what looks like we're going to be doing. So, here it is. He has content and curious as traits. He definitely didn't really focus on martial. Curious children might struggle with martial education. Yeah, no kidding. I'm going to keep going with the martial education, even though it's probably to my own disadvantage. Or, no, how about I have you vote? Should I consider changing his education to, like, learning? So right now, he's definitely has a learning aptitude, and he's 9, so it's not too late to change. Let's check in on my other kids, too. So my daughter, Vida, is probably becoming more of a diplomat, so I might want to change that as well. She's not really showing a lot of aptitude towards martial either. And then Seba is showing an aptitude to martial because she's bossy. Good for you. And then Kano is not old enough to show anything in any one direction. So I'll give you one more minute to vote on that, whether we change his education type or not. Ally just joined war. So Konyi just joined the war against me for Amdo. She doesn't have a lot of forces, but it is something to be wary of. Okay. Because this became the 3 against 1 that I thought it would become. But I think still, regardless, now is the time to strike. Because they were weakest now than they ever once were before. And I'm about to take Chamorro. Do I have any forces to raise? No, I don't. Okay, we are considering changing, so let me do that. What about changing for VW? Should we change VW's education to? Because we started them off on martial, and they are definitely becoming a diplomat instead. Alright. So, Queerzilla, you definitely have an aptitude for learning, so let's lean into that. Oh, you know what? I can only change the focus once. Oh, yeah, maybe I misunderstood. I thought I could change it again. But apparently I picked the focus too early, so that's my fault. Tagarosh, thank you for the resub. So you can't... I thought you could change it once, but no, maybe I'm wrong. I tried to do it over here too. No, I could change her focus. All right, let me put that poll back up. I don't know why I can't change his focus, but I can change her focus. Apparently the game thinks I've changed its focus before. I don't know why. Alright, looks like you guys are voting for DVDub to change. So, what war just... I won the siege in Chamorro. Amdo just ended the war with Nagormo, I think? Yep. So, what's going to be important is for me to start racking up war score. In my current war. Because these wars just ended. So I have war score because I hold the objective. I just need to do a lot more damage. Alright, VW. Let's fix that. Diplomacy. And remove Guardian, because I'm not the best diplomat to educate you. That's going to go to my wife. Yeah, I don't know why it's not letting me change. Maybe he's too old or something. It's not giving me a tooltip reason for it. So, beats me. I'm going to command this myself. I don't see enemy troops. I'm guessing they're sitting in Amdo, recuperating or something. So if I take a look, he should have 1,000 troops somewhere, and then she should have 600 troops somewhere, which adds up to about mine. And then if Kantarlau comes, I would be doomed. Kantarlau right now is losing 2 wars. No, losing his war against his neighbor, so I'm hoping that he doesn't show up. he could. And the county for Sog is done. So let me put my marshal on Kumalev, increasing control of Kumalev. Oh, there's the army. So you are an army of Amdo. That's Amdo's army of 1,000. And it's also Konyi's army of 700. And I'm going to start going back into my territory because they're definitely going to come for me. I think they're going to go on the attack. Oh, no, they're backing up. But yeah, this is going to be a very careful flirt here. I might have to hire mercenaries, but I'm going to try to avoid it. I'm going to save the money just in case I do. I'd like to invest the money in, like, improving my territories, but I just don't think I can spend that right now. Because it's, because I'm outnumbered. But it looks like their two forces split up. So if I could take down their 1,000-man army without the 700 backing me up, that would be great. That would be ideal. Oh. Yeah, it looks like I could do that. Because of my traits that I have, where I reinforce really quickly within my own territories and I have a defender's advantage, this battle should go in my favor pretty well. It says I'll probably win. So get off of Trandam. You're not taking that. And my religious leader was swayed by me. So let me take a look at my champions. To see if any of them need swaying. Yeah, Nima needs swaying. So I'm going to sway him next. Because he really doesn't like me. And then Tenzing needs to be swayed as well. Where you going, dude? Come back. I just wanted hugs. Here it is. This is a very deterministic battle. How this goes will determine the rest of the war pretty significantly. Oh, our champion got wounded. But my physician just became a better physician, so I don't know. That's helpful. They're going to get squished, and I really hope our champion was wounded as well. Dang, what is going on? How did... Oh, because they have pretty good prowess. I don't like the fact that my champions are going down, but their whole army's going down, so I'll take it. Capture someone important, please. And I captured... this guy. Who is what? He is a county owner. All right. I don't know if he's important. They want... Oh, they'll pay me money for him, so he must be important. In fact, my war score was affected too, so I don't know. That's something. So if I marched on their capital, I suffer casualties because of reasons. I'm not really sure why. So I'm instead going to start besieging undefended territories and looking to try to cut up their armies as much as I can. Basically, harass their armies until they're zeroed, so that they don't have enough forces to ever confront me. But yeah, that battle did add a good 8% war score. And then owning that prisoner actually didn't help me at all. So I could ransom that prisoner if I wanted to for the money. So should I ransom the Count? Or should I just hold on to him until the end of the war? I could ransom him later too. It's not urgent that I ransom him now. It's just that money could be used to hire mercenaries to defeat them faster, perhaps. Oh, gross. I'd love to counter them right now, but if I go into this harsh terrain, because it's winter, I suffer casualties that I don't want to suffer. So I'll try to cut off that army next chance I get. Oh, they're sitting there in the hills because they know I won't do that because I'll lose 100 people just marching up there. It's not worth it. But I will keep an eye on them. Oh, they're getting raided. Maybe. There's a raiding army coming in and raiding their capital. That's hilarious. Hey, enemy of my enemy, right? No, one more minute on that poll. Yeah, I think all of these guys are like raiders that are coming to mess with them. Works for me. It's me versus 3 other kingdoms, so I'll take all of the benefits that I can. Oh no, my daughter has consumption. This is my youngest? No, this is my martial one. Oh, that's not good. Alright, so it looks like you guys want me to ransom the count. I'll call that early so that I have you vote on her sickness. So there's 4 choices here. Today I was given grave news. My daughter Seba has fallen ill with consumption. The future is uncertain. Death lingers closely by her bedside, yet she might survive. Only Lee knows. Physician wants to know how my daughter should be treated. Be cautious, do no more than is necessary. Time has come for drastic measures. There will be no treatment, or I trust your judgment. So sometimes when you do drastic measures, there's negative repercussions. You can't really see what's going on here. So either I can trust the doctor, I can say be cautious, I can say do everything in your power. Now, this is a time of medicine where medicine was not well understood. So everything in your power could be to do more harm than good. I just want to make that clear, that a lot of the times when you do risky treatments, it comes with worsened or permanent injuries. So I'll read it. A risky treatment may have great outcomes, but could also lead to worsened symptoms or permanent injuries. Whereas being cautious, a safe treatment lessens symptoms temporarily and has few risks. Judgment just leaves it up to the physician. Keep in mind that this physician is also a physician that just recently became a good physician. So, they're a novice, or not good, but they're a novice physician. They just got better at it recently. So, there was also that option too. What is this? Oh, you're a fornicator. Well, okay, and you're slightly possessed in the head. Well then. Do no more than is necessary is the leading option. And she gained reduced disease for 5 years. So she has a huge disease resistance bonus as a result. Works for me. Where'd that army go? Oh, that army marched off. My guess is they're swinging around to go try to get Chamaraho back. That would be my guess. And you guys wanted me to ransom Mr. Handsome over here. So give me the money. Please and thank you. If I can win this war without having to spend my money, then I can reinvest that money into improvements in my territories, which would be, I'd be all the better for. So he paid me and left the prison. And as you can see, it didn't affect my war score at all, because he was apparently not an important linchpin of the Amdo kingdom for me to, you know, capture or anything like that. In the spring, now that it's becoming spring, if I could besiege Amdo, there's a possibility of me capturing important people as a result. But I do want to keep Chamarho under my control. Enemy ally joins the war. Oh, it's because the old leader of the Kantarlau died, so his heir joined. It's not a new person that joined, it's just that Kantarlau, he's still losing that war, but here's the young Kantarlau, who's absolutely terrible at fighting, because he has one leg. Well, I'll duel him. Yeah, he's going for Chamaro, as I thought. So as soon as I get Nyarong, I'll race up there to stop him from recapturing it. I'm almost done with the siege. The other worry that I have is that this castle... No, it's only fort level 2. Okay, good. I was worried that the fort level was high enough that I would need onagers to be able to siege it properly, but that's not the case. Finish up! Finish up! 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Done. Go. Go. So I'm also making sure to march through my own territory, because if I tell him just to go there, he marches, well, whatever's fastest, I guess it's fine. Because as long as I'm in my own territory, my numbers start to replenish a little bit. And he saw that I was coming for tomorrow, so he... Nope, we'll be fighting in a month. Okay. He committed to it. Interesting. But I am now 65% winning the war. And if I crush his army here in a second, that number goes up even more. Who are you? You have... So you formed an alliance with Amdo. Are you... seriously, Amdo? Are you selling your children? Bastard. So I have to be careful, because I don't want you to be joined. You know, there might be an opportunity here for me to undercut it. So he is... Is this the... I could have my daughter... No, not that one. I could have V-dub betrothed to his son. Her children... Maybe it should be even further down my line. Here, let me scrub that and just see if there's... For my youngest son, Kano. I don't think that makes an alliance, though. So, yeah, let's go for the son. Let's go for broke. So... Arrange. His name is Pelzongpo. Because if I could do this, this puts me in a really good position to not have to necessarily worry about getting backstabbed anytime soon. I picked a tough realm for pronunciations. Yeah, no kidding. All right. So I have two daughters, and I'm betrothing the younger one to him, so that if my son dies, my new heir is not going to have a non-maternal marriage with a foreign power. So I have, just a reminder, I have son, daughter, daughter, son, and it's the third in line that is getting married. He won't agree to a maternal marriage, which is fine, because she's third in line and hopefully it won't happen. She's also the one with consumption, so she could just straight up die. Let's propose that. And that should take you coming into play with their large army backing Amdo out of... Yep. Alright, that potential threat is gone. Thank you for tuning in to Crusader Kings III Rise of the Die, which originally streamed live on Twitch September 1st. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com or the description of this video have a link to Discord. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that stayed till the end of the credits. I'll catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Adios.